knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying, when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference. So, yeah, just I guess we wait a couple months and then we can hit the ground running. But up until then, I'm pretty excited.
But like you said, I mean, you've been here for 3 years. Yeah, wedding first. Get that done.
We can multitask.
Having said that, you have been quietly, like you say, behind the scenes, let's just say laying the foundations for your future work. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sadly, I can't.
Oh.
But I will say, you know, if we know how, and I certainly know how passionate I am, and Harry and I see the world so similarly in our approach of being very hands-on with things, what I can say is that I have been fortunate enough to meet with some incredible women and organizations in general in the UK that are doing work here, but then also knowing that some of the work that I've done in the past has been in Commonwealth countries like Rwanda, India. So this reach, I think, can have some really nice legs to it once we can start. But
after
I guess,
May.
Yes, exactly. To be continued.
Okay. Look forward to picking up on that conversation
me too.
later.
Thank you.
Prince Harry, what are the biggest challenges as you see them going forward? What do you want to focus on?
As I said, we're pretty tied up with planning a wedding at the moment, but we're really looking forward to working as a pair and as a four going forward, and hoping to make as much of a difference where we can. So there's a hell of a lot of work to do.
Working with sort of Harry with doing a lot with knife crime, working with a lot with homelessness, and for me with sort of addiction and things. And I just think being able to sort of come together to find some sort of common ground, and be able to sort of draw ideas together and find a way forward, I think was really exciting.
Each of us have got our own ideas and work streams that we'd like to build upon. For me personally, I think following on from Heads Together, tackling male mental health.
And now to tell us more about this approach, please welcome His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge.
Catherine, Harry and I are delighted to be here this morning, and we're particularly happy to be at our first Royal Foundation event with Meghan. Today, the diversity of our society was creating huge opportunities to get people from all walks of life involved in tackling important challenges. To provide the meaningful leadership and support to the sector that our parents and grandparents had, we would need to think about our roles in a different way. We approached the answer to this question by establishing the Royal Foundation, our own foundation, which would help us explore big issues that are close to our hearts. When Catherine joined after our wedding in 2011, we discussed that what made the royal family different to other institutions was its ability to focus on the long term. In an age when our pressures seem so urgent, our attention spans so short, our foundation could look beyond the horizon. What would make our foundation unique would be its ability to make a difference by bringing people together. And we want you to work with us as we consider what we might do next. Thank you for your support.